things going. Making sure stream is coming in clear. Hello, Aiden. The Power YT. Charles Buchanan. Roy Ocelot is here. Hola, konnichiwa. And Gabrielle and Andreas. Oh yeah, got your fan art there. The Duolingo girls. Not sure if the tiny one is in her ear to help her with Duolingo or speaking another language. Yeah, that's fan art from Rory Ocelot, if you're looking at Lily over there. Cushion Chef Monkey Show, hola. Oppenheimer. And we got Dylan. Alrighty, so for this, this was a commission. Basically taking this asset and making it her wolf form. Hey, Moto. But right now, I'm just sort of refining it a little bit. There's some details I need to add. Her nails, the gloves. I think she has like a moon here and a spiky collar instead of it's like a choker. I can't wait to check out that fan art. Superior Cyber Godzilla's here. Hello. And Familia Diaz. Besides doing finishing touches on this, also going to try and animate this. Again, this was another commission. Someone who wanted to buff up Jackie a little bit. And she was already pretty buff, but now she's like a total unit. If anyone remembers that from close enough. Yeah, so it's been a while. Past week was... I blew it off mostly. I was just so sick from stomach flu or food poisoning. I'm not sure what. Could have been a bad tamale that I had from the grocery store. Don't order a grocery store tamale, I guess. I was so used to our neighbors every around Christmas time. They'd always make tamales for, you know, family and neighbors. They made really good tamales. But yeah, it could have been food poisoning. It could have been just like a bug that's been going around. So for like a week, I was just out of it. I got to actually... I finished Ruby Gloom, which was nice. It was a nice little comfort while I was resting up. And then there was just one day where, again, I was just feeling a little too irpy to do anything, so I just really got into Helluva Boss. Watch the series. I am now proficient in it. I don't really think I got like um inspiration to like do any animations, you know, with those characters. But I did enjoy the series a lot, especially all the musicals and whatnot. I did not expect that from the series, especially with most of the kind of fan art that I see for the series. So a lot of fun musical stuff that I didn't expect, but I really enjoyed. And again, the main reason I got into it is Richard Horvitz is the voice of Moxie. He's great. I like Moxie. I'll say if I did do anything with Helluva Boss and Luna, I don't know. There's this trio of cherub characters that isn't a fan of them. 2 out of the 3 are lambs. I don't know. I think Luna could eat one of them. That could be fun. But that's just an idea. I have basketball Wednesday. Oh yeah, you've mentioned that on the comments. I've seen that you're doing pretty good. That's pretty cool. Firewolf the Wolfkin. Hello. When will the actual video? No video planned as of yet. These are just commissions, and for this one, I just got commissioned to make this art. And for this one, it'll probably be a simple GIF, so maybe it'll be in a compilation when by September rolls around. Do you have any favorite characters? I mentioned Moxie. I just love his relationship with Millie. It's always fun to see. They're a lethal duo. But so far I enjoy all the characters. I like all the protagonists. I like the sort of villainous characters. You love to hate them. Yeah, if I was going to pick favorites, it'd probably be Moxie and Millie. They could share the #1 spot. Striker, probably my favorite villain just because he's cowboy themed. And favorite song, I think the one that like really got stuck in my head was the Cotton Candy one. Bees song. But I also like all of Moxie's love songs. They're always nice to hear. One thing I will say, watching that series did make me feel like I gotta get out and smell the roses more often. Another thing that I did get to do that I had some fun with, I finally got around to playing some more that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge. I had finished it already, but I wanted to play the latest DLC. They added Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters, and they're pretty fun. Particularly Mona Lisa, I just love her walk cycle. I like her moves. A lot of them involve like projectiles, like chemistry vials and stuff like that. Explosions, pretty cool. And I was so out of it. Like I said, has a lot of time on my hands, so I actually got around to getting all the achievements in that game. It lets you know just how much time I had on my hands. What is the moon pattern on her? Let me take a look. Oh, okay. I was pointing it the wrong way. Like a toenail. But yeah, I got all the achievements on Shredder's Revenge. Particularly had some issues getting the ultimate one, which is beating Super Shredder without taking any damage. So that one was challenging, but ultimately rewarding to get. I like that they added Mona Lisa, particularly because she was only in one episode in the 87 series. She was supposed to be in more, but I guess their plans changed. It was nice seeing that they remembered her and showed her some love in this game. And I feel if they can add her to the roster, maybe they could add a few more. Like Lotus Blossom, or maybe even Irma. I know she's already sort of in the background as like a cameo character who you could do some side mission stuff for. But I think she could still be playable. Maybe an alternate timeline, or like from the future. Let's see. I think this needs to be a little. I was working on this one earlier today, and had some difficulty with the snout. It's one of those specialized things I don't really get to draw all that often. But I like how it came out. It reminded me of like when I'm drawing Simpsons characters and I have to do their overbite. Simpsons mouths, it's a very unique mouth. I can see why a lot of people, when they're designing modern cartoon characters, they just stick with the simple little bean mouths. The ones that look like a little kidney bean or whatever. Let me see. What am I watching right now? I already finished Ruby Gloom. Finished Helluva Boss. And a friend has been sending me episodes of that new Disney show, Stugo. And they had to send it to me because in the back of my mind, I just hate Disney and I refuse to pay for Disney Plus. So yeah, that's sort of the latest show that I've been watching. And it's pretty decent. Interesting concept. Oh my god, I missed a lot of comments. Please don't eat her. He's the please don't let her eat. He's the only cool cherub. I think 2 of them are lambs actually. I probably wouldn't have her eat the one who seems hesitant about demon hunting. But the little yellow one maybe. She seems like she deserves to be lamb chops. Lucas and Valiant Squad. Hello. Loud Casa Fanrico with the redacted message. G-Love. Beefy Jackie is best, Jackie. I mean, to each their own, right? I like elasticity powers. Hey, those can be fun. Sorry being late. What's up, Animator? How much, Megan? Just started. Clarison Kinney. Who's Clarison Kinney? Hello, Oswaldo. Luna is the popular character. Yeah, I'd have to say so. She's pretty popular. I see a lot of fan art of her. The Incredible Hulk Girl. She's just been working out a lot. Hey, Grace Core. Are you planning on making videos about sumo wrestlers? Sadly, no. Speaking of the show, what are your thoughts on Emberlyn Pinkle? Who's Emberlyn Pinkle? Oh, her. She's from the short. Wow. I mean, I see why they did that. That kind of character. Maybe some commentary on the fan base, or just in sort of fanatic people like that. I didn't really think very much about the Helluva Boss shorts. They were pretty decent overall. The Helluva Boss shorts. And I like that basically they're doing what, you know, what they do on the show. Which is taking hit jobs. Like the one they're in that Arctic base, and the other one where they get mistaken for chupacabras. Love how chaotic that one got, especially toward the end. Gotta say, I like so far that on Helluva Boss, it hasn't gotten to the point where it's like you say, remember when they used to go around assassinating humans? They still do that, so that's nice. And just sort of centering Jackie here before I animate her. Queen Bee can transform into a giant version that's more bug-like. Yeah, I've noticed. Also, Luna can do that from what I saw in the last episode. Turns into a giant wolf mount. Fun fact about Hoodwink. Tara Strong was going to play Red, but was replaced by Anne Hathaway. That is a fun fact. You saw my 2 Commander Clark fan arts. Oh yeah, and I saved them. So I might post them in the fan art corner some other time. Mr. Roasty Griffin. That looks good. I think it needs some detail. I think it's got enough detail. Germs are going inside my cut in my finger. Help me, Super Doctor. Oh no. You need to disinfect that stack. By the way, is my commission doing okay so far? I haven't really progressed on it since I showed you progress before, Kush. But I'll try and get some more done this week. Glad you like my fan art. Yeah, it's always nice to see your stuff, Dragon Knight. Particularly the stuff involving Inma. Wish I had Shredder's Revenge. It's a pretty decent game. I think it goes on sale from time to time. Anyone play Lego Star Wars? Not I. Yuki, can you make Lincoln Loud a giant? Maybe if someone commissions me. I think you guys should make a Kirby or Murder Drone vid sometime. Again, if someone commissions me. Hey, Rain Cloud. Colin's my favorite cherub. I'm going to assume that Colin is the, what was he, like a steel blue, the steel blue sheep, right? Yeah, he's steel blue with white fluff. I wouldn't dare harm Colin. You remember Shrek 4D ride? Can't say that I do. Was that at Universal? The last time I went to Universal, they had mascots from oh, what's that movie with the toy soldiers? Was it just called Toy Soldiers? Small Soldiers. Yeah, so the last time that I went to Universal Studios, they had the mascots from the Small Soldiers movie running around. I can't imagine they'd be there anymore, but yeah, the last time I went to Universal Studios, those guys were running around the park. Jackie Smash! Jackie's all buffed up. Gosh. By the way, are you going to check out Ed's World and Hasbin Hotel? I'm probably more interested in checking out Hasbin Hotel. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Ed's World seems fine, but I guess I'm just really in the mood for more Helluva Boss. And since I can't have that, Hasbin Hotel might be a good substitute. Again, I don't know a whole lot about the show. I just every once in a while see some fan art of what's her name, Charlie. Jackie has been eating her spinach. Guess she has a stronger advantage against her evil twin. Oh yeah, I saw a little fan animation someone made of Jack Evil fighting Jackie. Pretty fun to see, even though Jackie loses. Like Popeye. I'm always happy when I realize there's still plenty of people who know who Popeye is. I think if I showed some of my younger cousins Popeye, they probably wouldn't know what he's about. My dad friggin' loves Popeye. He grew up with the original black and white Popeye shorts and all that. He's not a big fan of cartoons in general, but he does love him some Popeye. Popeye and Casper the Friendly Ghost. He's a little disappointed that they're not making new new Caspers or new Popeyes. Remember the Breakfast Club? Is Breakfast Club? Isn't that teen movie with the what are they, high school students that go to detention? Like a bunch of misfits. Is that what the Breakfast Club is? I haven't seen that movie, but I've seen the parodies. We could have King Dedede eating a chili dog. Like I said, maybe if someone commissions me, but not something I'm interested in. I see there's a worshipful Jackie. I guess she's only worthy of worship if she's ready to flex on some people. Kevin Song, I've been to Islands of Adventure. I don't even remember that one. More surprised to see Marvel rides at the park since Marvel is owned by Disney. Has Universal Studios made any Marvel movies? Maybe they have some like licensing agreements for rides or amusement parks. Kind of like how some of the rights for like Earthworm Jim, those are split between 3 people. One person like controls the gaming rights, and they've been sitting on those. Another person or company has the series rights, so they can make like cartoons and stuff. And then I think the original creator, Doug TenNapel, has the comic rights. So he's the only one who's done anything with Earthworm Jim in the longest time. I've only seen like a video game teaser like a while back for Earthworm Jim. I saw a series teaser for Earthworm Jim, but nothing out of that. But Doug has done some comic stuff. Just wish there wasn't some bad history with him. I don't know all the details, but I guess he's said some things. Unsavory things. It's always a disappointment. Because me and my brother did meet him at a thing. It was like at a university, just talking about like comics and cartoon design. seemed alright then, but maybe he's fallen with a bad crowd. Kind of like the creator of what's that comic? Dilbert. He said some stupid stuff. Just the immediate thing to know about Hasbin, while it and Helluva Boss take place in the same incarnation of hell, shows don't affect each other due to distribution differences. Yeah, I was going to say, throughout that whole time I was watching Helluva Boss, I was expecting maybe some kind of crossover with Hasbin Hotel, but so far it's just been like little cameo type stuff or like little Easter eggs. But not really anything beyond that. Speaking of Popeye, have you seen the short Happy Birthdays? I forget which one is that. Happy Birthdays. Yeah, you're gonna have to remind me which one that is. I do love when they have like really stupid puns for the shorts. Like there's one I remember called Ancient Fistery. There's one thing about Popeye as in general. I've heard some people complain about it. Is like a lot of the, I guess you would say, ADR stuff. Like sometimes him and Bluto will be like squaring off. They're like ready to fight or whatever. And their lips aren't moving, but like you could hear them making like little commentary. I don't know if there's a term for that, but I just know some people complain about it, like, why won't these guys shut up? But I don't know. I think it adds some charm to them. It gives Popeye a special sort of style. I think they did the same stuff in the live action Popeye movie with Robin Williams. Like just making little jokes or comments, like little ad libs, which is perfect for was perfect for a performer like Robin Williams. I watched Popeye and ate at the chicken place called Popeyes. Oh, nice. I don't think I've done that yet. I should. The next time I go eat at Popeyes, I'll get a short going on in my smartphone. Also, the closest we have to see of modern Casper is a Harvey Girls cartoon. Oh yeah, I haven't seen anything about Harvey Girls. I just know that I guess it's somewhat related to Harvey Tunes. Which Harvey Tunes for me, it was like a hit and a miss kind of a thing. Like I enjoyed Casper, the Friendly Ghost, and he had that little witch friend, uh, Wendy, Wendy the Witch. Was that her name? They were cute. But then you had some cartoons like, oh, what was his name? Baby Huey. Wasn't a huge fan of Baby Huey or who was there? Tom and Jerry. Herman Catnip. Herman and Catnip. I hated Herman and Catnip cartoons. Like if there's a hierarchy of um, cat and mouse violence, it's like uh, you got Tom and Jerry. They're pretty great. Anyone could watch them. You got Herman and Catnip, which they step up the violence. And then you have Itchy and Scratchy, who their violence is like just super gory and insane. But the difference, I guess, between them and like Herman and Catnip is like sometimes they made the violence feel real. Like in an Itchy and Scratchy, it's super gory, but it's still kind of cartoony enough where like you can laugh at it. But Herman and Catnip, sometimes it's like, oh my god, is this a kid's cartoon? I just, it's like burned in my brain. I forget what happened to Catnip, but I just remember him screaming, "My eyes, my eyes!" Like, and covering his eyes like he was in like actual pain. It's like, this isn't funny. Like if it was Itchy and Scratchy, Scratchy does like that funny high pitched scream. He isn't like doubled over in pain, screaming in agony. Sorry about that. Oh, that rant. That was my Herman and Catnip rant. Yeah, maybe I'll check out Harvey Girls. Maybe after, or maybe before I get into Hasbin Hotel. I think they made the Incredible Hulk movie and a canceled Captain America movie. Plus, they probably have a pre-existing deal with Marvel. I don't follow Marvel too much, so I wouldn't know what's going on with them. Behold, the Fatomic Ray Gun. Is that from something? Fatomic Ray. Jackie already did her New Year's resolution of going to the gym. Oh, actually, I kind of made that a bit of my New Year's resolution. Because I gained a little weight during the winter, particularly. Kind of got off my diet last year. Toward the end, it was like close to the end of summer. It's like I was reaching my my goal, so I got careless. And then with the winter comes all the food holidays, so that didn't help. But yeah, getting back to dieting. Eating more broccoli on the side now instead of like French fries. And this is the best time to start a diet because there's not really like any food holidays for a good long while. It's the one where Popeye invites a guy named Shorty to his birthday party, and it goes wrong in the most hilarious ways. I remember Shorty. I forget, is that the one where Popeye ends up shooting Shorty? I know he gets shot in one of the shorts. Shot or offed in some way, but I don't. I just have the faintest recollection of Shorty. I just remember he was a short guy that was kind of annoying. I can see why he didn't last. Hope you've seen my fan art. Where do you post it, Laser Luke? On Twitter or DeviantArt? BNSF says hello. Why does Jackie's clothes don't rip? When people subscribe to her channel, her clothes grow. It's because she's enchanted them. Some clothes does get torn to pieces, but that's just when she forgets to enchant them. Like her Christmas stockings, for example. She's a little bit more absent-minded when it comes to clothing articles that cover her feet. R.I.P. Robin Williams, indeed. Holy crap, Jackie got mega buff. She made them gains, son. Them sick gains. Crayon and More says hi. I mean, can you have more than one crayon? Oh yeah, Harvey Girls / Harvey Street is adorable. Highly recommend. I'll check it out. I do like cutesy stuff, but not like too cutesy. Has to hit that sweet spot. Cute and heartwarming and endearing, but not like super schmaltzy. I'll check it out. You know, maybe that I'll make that my new series. Cause I think there's a bunch of episodes for Harvey Street, but um, that Stugo series is still like it just started, so there isn't like a whole lot to watch. I always loved little Audrey, and she was awesome. Oh yeah, I've seen some of those. Pretty cute character. I just remember really enjoying the animation from like those classic little Audrey cartoons. I don't know if you describe her as like a tomboy, but she definitely didn't act like how I guess people thought little girls should act, you know, in the times when they were making those cartoons. So I thought that was kind of interesting, you know, that she wanted to go on like these adventures and stuff like that. She'd sort of go out of her way to get her way. I remember someone showing me a comic a while back, little Audrey. I think it's some nightmare she had of her dad shrinking like out of existence. That one had a sweet ending. Yeah, Baby Huey's no Big Bird. Uh, I, I just everything about Baby Huey. Um, I didn't like his voice from like the shorts that I've seen with him. I didn't care too much for the running gag, which was this big doofusy bird is nigh invulnerable. I think if I remember, that's like the whole running gag with him. It's like the bad guy just tries to eat him or off him, but ends up getting harmed in the process. I think the only thing that I've somewhat enjoyed from Baby Huey was an episode that John Kay, um, I think, produced or directed. The Ren and Stimpy guys. Hey, Matthew Smith. Did you watch Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters? I think I might have had that movie in the background one October. I don't remember a whole bunch from it. Here's Rory agrees with me. For whatever reason, I've been watching YouTube shorts featuring the Costco guys. I don't know who that is. I'll have to look them up. But I have heard that word before. The one that looks like Riddler. Don't know what that is, though. I'm afraid to say it. Animating this one scene with multiple characters. Gotta animate them all. Yeah. Though, to be fair, these are two separate things. And they're commissions, so... I'm not going to read that comment out loud, Firewolf. But, yeah, not my favorite Herman and Catnip. That was like, ugh. So many of them, it just makes you feel gross watching them. Yeah, I thought I already answered that one about your commission, Kush. It's doing alright. Atomic Rayon is from Earthworm Jim. Oh yeah, that was like a one-off thing, like in one of the episode cold opens, I think. At least we got to learn that Earthworm Jim, he'll stick by his lady, no matter how big she gets. Poor Shorty. Well, why did people think that they could solve everything with gun violence back then? Brian, I can't wait for the Zari on Lily's ears. Oh, that one's just fan art, but if someone commissioned me, I can do that. Alright, I'm liking this one so far, but I think I gotta add like a little bit of a bounce to it. What do you guys think of Teen Titans fighting Titan Terra? Oh yeah, that was a pretty intense episode. Gotta feel sad for Terra and just really upset at Slade for being such a monster. Kinda wish he'd stayed in hell. That's where he belongs. I know in some other series and media, they make Slade out to be more of an anti-hero kind of a guy. Which I'm fine with, but there's like an extra layer of grossness around like the Slade from the Teen Titans series. Like when you think about it, his whole shtick from the Teen Titans series is basically grooming minors. Like, he starts the series trying to get Robin to be his protege. And then Tara. And then when Tara doesn't meet his performance demands, like, she gets slapped around. The worst thing the show's creators ever did was getting him out of hell. Lord Adrian, hey man, have you ever listened to a vinyl record player? Dig it, daddy-o. Yeah, that's how I used to listen to my jazz albums. That smooth vinyl. You hear the clicks, the pops, and it just has a warmer feeling to it, you know what I'm saying? But no. I got a vinyl record player for my parents. I think it was for Christmas years ago, because they always had like this collection of old albums that they used to listen to back in the old country. I'll have to check up with them on that, because I think they might have had like an old Beatles album. And I don't know, that thing could be worth money. But yeah, I've never gone out of my way to like listen to something on a vinyl record. Oh, my kindergarten teacher. My kindergarten teacher used to have a record player, and some of the songs that we listened to were on records. And I just remember one I just hated whenever she put it on, because the record would skip. So like little me was like, oh, what's the point? The song is we're not gonna be able to hear the whole song. Audrey definitely became a tomboy in Harvey Street Kids. Yeah, I'll definitely start that tonight. So the violence in Herman and Catnap is like Invincible. I wouldn't say like Invincible. It just feels it feels more realistic than it should for how they look, I guess. It's like when you see that one Family Guy with the with Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, and Elmer just like snaps his neck. Like, not overly violent, but it's just not something you'd expect, like in that kind of kids cartoon. You wouldn't see that like in a typical Bugs Bunny short. For me, the violence in Invincible gets to the realm of like, this isn't very entertaining. It's like shocking for sure. But it's not like the kind of violence that I like get some kind of like an entertainment rush from, you know. Like if there's a movie with some guy blowing up like Nazis, like in a video game, you know, like a Wolfenstein game. That stuff's pretty enjoyable. Yeah, like seeing innocent people getting shredded to bits, it's like, it just makes you feel gross. And I can understand like that level of violence in like a movie, you know. It's a movie. It's usually excuse me, like a 2-hour experience. It's fine to have that kind of like roller coaster of feelings. But with like a series, if you're binge watching something like Invincible, it can make you feel like gross after a while. You just, not my thing. Who's Herm? It's not Hermit and Catnip. It's Herman and Catnip. Yeah, not my favorite version of Tom and Jerry. Yeah, not a fan of Slade. It's like I'm sort of looking at him in a different light now. So less like a Saturday morning cartoon villain, which is how I sort of viewed him when I was watching it, you know, when I was younger. But looking back on him now, it's like, ugh. She made her bottom heavy. That's not what I was commissioned for, Jared. I'm sorry. Yeah, Slade's evil. Honestly, the Judas contract could be a horror concept. Yeah. I guess with the right music, you know, you could turn anything into horror. You know, somebody called me out when I sent you a message on my YouTube channel. I don't think I saw that, Dylan. The concept of Terra becoming a giant monster to betray the Titans, just to find her way back of control of her mind. That sounds like a fun story concept. By the way, there's only 8 episodes of Hasbin. Aw. That would probably be easy to binge before Harvey Street Kids. And whatever that other Disney show is. That other Disney show is Stugo. I think the thing that I like least about Stugo so far is that stupid name, Stugo. But yeah, I like everything else about it so far. I like the characters. I like the little island that they're on. Also like the doctor character. Maybe she's like a scientist. She has super villain vibes. Kind of want to see an episode where she turns giant. That would be fun. Also, forgive me for repeating myself, but have you seen, I already said I half watched it. It was just sort of on in the background. I don't remember a lot about Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. Why did you call me out? I don't remember doing that. Good job on Luna. Thank you, White Ray. Jacked Jackie to Jacked E. She's a beefcake with a side of shredded beef. I definitely want to add like a little bit of... I sort of got like a little bounce going on with her arms at the end there, but... maybe her pecs need a little bounce too. Just a little one. Nothing too big. See how that looks. I love your animations. I'm a Smallville person. Smallville. I just remember that being Superman's nickname from Lois. I'm sure they still do it, but I just always thought that was a cute way of teasing him. Also, Smallville, kind of on the nose, right? He's just a country hayseed. Beefcake. Is that a... oh my god. I can't believe I forgot the Beefcake episode. That was from such a long time ago. With Cartman going, Beefcake! That little bounce works for me. Maybe I could expand her pecs a little bit here. Kind of like that her head's buried here, but try making this part a little bit bigger. Maybe the first season of Battle for Dream Island is kind of not story heavy or anything. It gets more heavy later on. Yeah, I could give it another look. Yeah, from what I've seen, it just didn't catch my fancy. Maybe I'll try watching like the pilot episode and see what I get from that. Is there going to be a stream tomorrow and Thursday? If everything goes well, yeah. Hey, Naruto. So I did not say you call me out. I was talking to someone. Alright. So in the Owl House, I wish it continued for 2 or maybe 3 more seasons. As for Ida, Oh, you wanted her to start a family? I don't know how it works with witches, but maybe she would have been too old to do that. Maybe. I mean, I've heard of people who like at 70 are giving birth to like twins. I should have rushed to judgment. But she has Luz. That was kind of like her adopted daughter. I have basketball on Wednesday at 6. Hope you enjoy that. I don't think of basketball too much. Like, mostly when I think of basketball nowadays, for some reason it makes me think of Haley Smith from American Dad. Just because she's apparently super good at basketball. I think twice on the show she thought, like when people were talking about court, she thought they were talking about the basketball court. She always seems to have like a basketball ready to spin on her finger to accentuate a point. I could try and stream your commission on Thursday, Kush. Oh, she was only 40 in that series? That's weird. I kind of got like vibes that she was like 60 or something like that. I'm gonna say if She's only 40. That's a little disappointing. All right, this is looking pretty good. How am I on time? Oh my God, it's been 80 minutes. All right. Kind of wanted to do one more frame before. I'm gonna try adding one more frame and then I think I'm gonna call it. Plus she's magical, so yeah. Ida is way above that time. Haley be ballin'. I wonder who would win between Wilt and Haley on court. The basketball court. Titania says, nice buff. Curse made Ida physically older than she actually is. Oh. Wounded Jackie's head was tiny. I didn't know that about Ida. It might have been something that I missed or just up and forgot. Toward the end of the series, like the last few episodes or so, I think I only watched those like maybe once, or yeah, not even twice, just once. So I probably missed some important information or didn't commit it to memory. Something I have wanted to do sometime is to do like a binge watch of some of these Disney series. The Magic Girl Disney series is like just rewatch every Amphibia, every Owl House. Maybe even every Star Versus. Although Star Versus probably is my least favorite of the Magic Girl Disney series is. Like the only scene that I ever show people or that I'll rewatch is the Emilio's thing. The part where Marco complains about his pizza being one mushroom short, and Emilio's little tirade. I don't know, that for me is like the best scene in Star Versus. And I guess for me in particular, it's just something that feels very relatable. I can be an Emilio sometimes. Ida looks pretty fine for her age. Gonna have to agree. But it also helps that I do love the mature honeys. Owl House, Amphibia. But God, Star versus fell off so hard. Never have I felt more betrayed by a show. Marco deserves better. He earned those dimensional scissors, and now that magic destroyed. They're just normal scissors. Well, to be fair, it feels like at the end of that series, everything sort of gets fused together. I will say it did feel like toward the end of that series they were just like, forget this, let's burn it all down kind of attitudes. I'm surprised that the magical Disney princess went with let's just kill all the magic. I'd have to look up to see like if there was something going on with the creator, but I don't know. It was interesting. It was something I definitely never would have expected on a Disney show like that. Let's kill the magic. Why? I gotta say it's better than like the only other thing I could have think that they would do is like what every other show does, where it's like, all right, let's combat this evil with the magic MacGuffin that we found that'll just solve all our problems. And with Star, it was like, no, let's just kill all magic and then we won't have magic problems anymore. Also means you won't have your magic friends anymore. It's also weird what is considered magic and what isn't. So Hekapoo and the Magic Council were magic, and we see that they're just normal things after like the what do you call that? The magic apocalypse. But then other things that you'd think are magic aren't magic. Like the pony heads, I guess it's just like an alien species or something that they don't need magic to float around. The bigotry allegory in Star Versus doesn't work because the monsters are being oppressed for acting like monsters. Were all of them acting like monsters? I feel like that band of monsters that that hung out with Ludo, like they were acting like monsters. But I never got that feeling from the rest of the monsters that you'd see on the series. Like, there are definitely good monsters and bad monsters, but also I guess it doesn't help the case for the humans that I guess they were humans that just went to this other plane of existence. Like if I'm remembering the show's lore correctly. So it wasn't even their land to begin with. I don't think I've heard a lot of people complain about that aspect of Star Versus. I only ever hear about like her killing the magic, literally. He was the best character of the show. It might be a tie between her and Luz and Amity. They were all pretty great. The main three were pretty great. Why wasn't Mina, Loveberry, and Moon Butterfly thrown in prison? Indeed. Implication that Star destroyed all magic, which means all her spells are dead. Yeah, that's kind of sad to think about. I forgot that like the little spells are critters inside her wand. I'm gonna say that the pony heads, they just have a non-magical reason why they fly. It's science. They're science ponies. Star, the show that fell off a mountain. For me, this show was a roller coaster for sure. Kind of like Adventure Time with me. The show had its peaks and its plateaus and its canyons. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it. Let me just see if I missed any other comments before I peace out. Alright, later, Dylan. Oh, everyone's going to bed right now. It's not even clear which creature in Star versus the Force of Evil counts as a monster. I think they just called them monsters if they didn't look human. I think that was the whole thing with that. Love the closed eyes, makes the growing feel more intense. Glad you agree. Thank you, Praise Core. And the Star Versus was rushed, strange, and quite unsatisfying. Yeah, no, like I said, the only thing I could like say positively about it is that it was different. Buff Abby from Grossology. Would there be a reason for her to get muscular? I guess only as like a one-off gag. Got finished with MK Raiden, Sub-Zero, Katana, Scorpion, and Shang Tsung. Congrats! Konnichiwa, Naruto. Oh. Wow, Jackie, go giant. I just got commissioned for the muscle part here. Sorry, Rory. I'm the #1 star versus hate. Congrats. Grandma Ida? But she never made anyone milk and cookies, did she? Great work. Pleasure to watch as always. Thank you, Praised Core. Yeah, I know how you feel, Kush. But that just happens with things sometimes. Shows that you love can't be what we want them to always be. Gracias, arigato for my fan art. No problem, thank you for making such wonderful art. We always appreciate it. Planning on making shorts again. Rain Cloud, basically when I finish all the projects I have lined up for this year, I do plan to get a little bit more focused. I might not do commissions, collabs, and stuff like that sometime toward the end of the year. And then after that, I want to just focus on like a series or a cast of original characters and just really focus on that. And when I do, I think I might have more time to do shorts again, maybe bi-weekly. But that's gonna have to wait until, like I said, I get a lot of my projects out of the way. The Sonic collab that we're doing, the 300k milestone, and the end of Grande House. So I want to get those 3 out of the way, the big 3, and then I'll start sort of winding down a lot of my operations. Try and, like I said, focus on like a handful of characters. Magic Flying Heads is powered by lazy writing. Nice little packed animation. Not often I see you do muscles like that. Well, got commissioned to do bigger muscles, so I went for it. I think it looks fine. I used to like the show as well, and it went out like a whimper. Sorry, elongated man. Trying to tell you, but I missed the last few streams. That you're the reason I found Spunkbug that time. Aw. He does some great art. There's free steroids on the table. Oh my gosh. Steroid abuse is no joking matter. Yes, I've been waiting for that. Original content. Well, the stuff that I had in mind did sort of have like a medieval setting, so could be some room for cameos by your witch characters. Also, Animator, in about 5 billion years, the sun will be a red giant, and it will be 2 or 3 times larger, and will consume Mercury and Venus. Oh. Yeah, that sounds about right for a star. Thank you, Trey. It'll take some time, Rain Cloud, but hopefully by the end of the year, closer to the end of the year. This looks great. Thank you, Firewolf. Oh, it was my birthday yesterday, says White Ray. Hope you had a happy birthday, White Ray. Alrighty. Thanks again, everyone. I think my commissioner will be pleased with this stuff. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for keeping things lively. And I will see you when I see you. Peace.